just want to live. Oh my goodness. Don't even think about it. Yeah, so no Zelda. The other two, so there's Baldur's Gate 3, and aside from just simply not owning it yet, I also don't want to cover that one because it's not that I don't want to play it, but like I don't have the same kind of interest in that game that obviously the people playing it would. Oh, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna drown, I am so... Just let me go! So frustrating. Yeah, I don't have the same kind of interest in that. That is very much a game built for fans of D&D. I don't mind D&D. So I hear at least. I don't mind D&D at all. You know, I like it okay. I'm not a super fan or anything. I play it from time to time. It's a good time. I'm just not a D&D-er, as it were. Side note, if anybody's watching this series and feels like counting my deaths, go for it. I don't think I've hit 100 yet, but maybe. I don't know. You would think this would be easier, too, because I have the new abilities that weren't in this game before. But I really think those are just making it worse! Nobody beat this game before Anniversary Mode. I'm convinced. Nobody did. It's not possible. Not possible. It is, in fact, impossible. Come on! I'm at time, but I think I want to try and keep going. Maybe. Okay, I'm getting a little ahead of myself here, but I just got done recording Armored Core 6. I would much rather be playing Armored Core 6. It's not as hard as Souls or anything like that, but it's still hard. This is harder. This is harder. Absolutely ridiculous. Get out of my face, piece of garbage. Oh look, rings. I get to live for another 2 seconds. Probably literally. Especially if I don't get an air bubble. Come on, game. Don't do that garbage to me. Okay. So, yeah, so Baldur's Gate 3, I'm just not... Are you serious? Are you serious? Come on! What? Look, I don't claim to be good at games. I specifically said at the start of the series that I don't really understand how these games are built. Don't know how to play Sonic. Especially old school Sonic. But I just kind of don't know how to play Sonic. You get that vibe? You following that? Utterly ridiculous. Okay, so... Yeah, so Baldur's Gate 3, I'm sure it's excellent. Just not quite my deal. Not my thing. It's likely a Game of the Year contender, and I will not complain about that. I get it. Totally get it. Come on now! There's a bubble there? You can't let me get the bubble! Oh, and there's the top. That figures. Figures. What time are we at? Okay. So the last elephant in the room of 2023 games that I will not be reviewing. Starfield. So I've talked about it before on Backlogged at least, but I don't know if I've talked about it here. Bethesda RPGs and other Western RPGs like it, I am genuinely fascinated by. I appreciate them for what they are. My thing is, I think what I want most out of my gameplay time is I want a sense that I'm improving. And what was that? Give me the air bubble! Come on! Just kill me. Just kill me! Don't get it. What am I supposed to do? I did not start this series with the intent of yelling at Sonic. So, what I want most out of a game is a sense that I'm improving. And, you know, there's a couple of ways a game can do that for me. I'm definitely cool with the numbers going up. Bethesda RPGs aren't exactly built for that, though. It's weird, because, you know, it's an RPG. Like, it's very heavily, you know, it's a number game. That's what a big part of what an RPG is. But, sure. Oh, it's a checkpoint. Oh, it's a freaking checkpoint. Never been happier in my life. I didn't even see that up there. What is this nonsense? Okay. See that? Either. Yeah, anyway. I like RPGs. Numbers are a good way to tell me that I'm getting better. But way more than RPGs, I love me a Metroidvania. I really, really do. Metroid is my 4th favorite franchise of all time. Where's my air? And I like those because between the abilities that you pick up and... Between the abilities that you pick up and just the way that the games are designed, there's no other way to play it other than to just continually improve. And I love that. So, you know, RPGs can be cool. I definitely like them. But in the case of a Bethesda RPG, it's not so much about... Like, there's certainly an element of growth of a sort, but it doesn't work the same way. Like, so, like, the game is designed around... Pulling back so much right now. A Bethesda RPG is designed around playing how you want to play. Now, again, that's kind of an RPG staple thing. It's not particularly unique to Bethesda RPGs. But what is unique about Bethesda RPGs is how that approach is built. So, like, Baldur's Gate would certainly claim to be, like, a play-how-you-want-to-play kind of game, right? It's an RPG. But that looks different in Baldur's Gate 3. For one, Baldur's Gate 3, I'm making a lot of assumptions here based on similar games I've played, okay? Like I said, I do not have, nor have I played Baldur's Gate 3 yet. Wouldn't mind it, but anyway. Come on! What? It's like I have 3 frames to be there in time for the air bubble. I just... Just constantly punish! I'm really not doing well today. So Baldur's Gate would say, yes, play it your own way, but the approach is different. Baldur's Gate has a story, I assume, and the story is a big part of what makes that game special. It's not a... Oh my goodness. So I'm so sick of being here. I don't want to be here anymore. I hate this. I have to go back for air now. I can't get back to the air because there's stuff trying to kill me everywhere! Ah! Boy. There's like not enough time. Okay. Basically what I'm getting at is like, yes, you can play Skyrim however you want. And that's how you should play it, because everything else about the game is kind of besides the point. The story basically doesn't matter. Okay. Boy, we are way over on time here, but this is it. Oh, that would have been a kick in the teeth. Sure. Okay. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Man, I gotta figure this out. Okay. There's that. Now this part's much easier with the dash thing. Yeah, so you can play however you want Skyrim, but like the story is beside the point. So it's like you're left up to your imagination to what your adventure actually is. And like that's cool. I'm glad it exists. But I need a goal. I need progression. Even just like a normal quest list, and to qualify that, what I mean is like Skyrim has a quest list, right? But it's often very unclear where exactly you're supposed to go, how you're supposed to do what you're trying to do. It's just not obvious. There's not an obvious go here, do this. And that's what I want to see, or at least want to know without a doubt that I'm getting stronger. And Skyrim doesn't do a great job of that. Yes! Get out of here, Robotnik! He's still named Robotnik here. Wow. Oh, I'm sorry this one took so long. Anyway, basically every time I try a Bethesda RPG, Skyrim especially, I get maybe 10 hours or so in, and then I'm like, I don't know what to do anymore. So I move on. So Starfield, while it looks very fascinating, and I definitely intend to try it out at some point, I really don't think it's going to be for me. I don't think I'm going to get into it. So yeah, so Baldur's Gate and Starfield, for as wonderful as I'm certain they are, I have no doubt about that. I'm sure they'll be Game of the Year contenders, and they almost certainly deserve that. That's fine. I don't have that much interest in those games. Zelda, it takes too long, it's too personal, I'm not rushing that, so I'm not talking about that. The 5 games that I've chosen, so they came out this year, and it's just 5 games in no particular order that I want to review and talk about. So far, already released, Final Fantasy XVI, really loving that. Armored Core 6, mostly, that's a special case, actually. If you're on my backlog channel, I did a First Strike review of that. And the idea of a First Strike review, the purpose I had for creating it, was that I basically play a short amount of a new game when it comes out, and give kind of my first impressions about various facets of the game. I think it's a solid concept, but I need to work on the execution because of Armored Core 6. Basically, I played the first mission and like one extra mission after that, and I called it a day. So that already took me about an hour, and I had no idea what to expect from the game. So I thought I had seen enough and understood. Yeah. I'm not gonna try again. Not right away. Ooh. Oh, interesting. They're kind of explaining why there's 7 Chaos Emeralds after Sonic 1, except not really. Anyway, so I did Armored Core 6's First Strike, and somebody in the comments basically said, you know, it really feels like you didn't... I get the idea of this, but it seems like you didn't really get far enough to give this a fair review. Basically is what it came down to. That's not exactly how they put it. Thankfully, it was a very nice and thoughtful comment that stated that. It wasn't rude or, you know, whatever the other reputation that comments have. So I very much appreciate that. And basically what I said was, you know what? You're right. And I think part of the thing that went wrong there is on my first strikes, I have like a little bar. Basically, I'm rating more or less 1 to 5 things like the story, gameplay, and art design. I haven't experienced much of the story, so that's a little weird. There's gameplay things that I haven't experienced yet. Art design I could probably make a good call on, but even so. I was rightfully called out for kind of not doing right by Armored Core 6. So that's why I wanted to talk about that specifically. And then besides that, we got Sea of Stars recently. I've heard great things about. It looks awesome. I even went ahead and played through The Messenger recently, and that's awesome. So I'm very excited to play Sea of Stars. I didn't want to wait for that one, basically. And then not released yet, later this year, probably more Game of the Year picks for me, Spider-Man 2 and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. So I have gone on more than long enough. I also have to get to bed, so that's gonna be it. I'm sorry I spent so long on this part, but Sonic 1 is done. I only have 3 more to go. I really hope they go smoother. I'm sorry, I do have to go on just a little bit longer and kind of talk through a little bit of what was going on with this Sonic. So, I say talk through. I mean, I don't... It's not like I was unclear in what I was saying while I was yelling at the game, but, like... I'm trying to imagine. So this game came out. Super Mario World had just come out. Super Mario World feels like it has tight, precise controls. It is difficult, but it also feels like you are given the appropriate amounts of time, the appropriate abilities. This, you know, basically, it feels like everything I need to get through Super Mario World is available to me. Possible exception of some of those star bonus levels, but I haven't actually played through those, so I don't know. But most of the game feels fair, essentially, right? So now I'm imagining Sonic 1 comes out. It's bragging about Sonic being the fastest thing alive. That's Sonic's thing. And that's cool. And yet, when I try to make Sonic the fastest thing alive in Sonic 1, I'm just caught all the time. And I don't know... I don't think it's fair for me to make a call on Sonic 1 yet. I think that, you know, if I had this game alone and no other Sonic game before, like if this was the only Sonic game ever made, I would not like it. I would not care about it. I'd never talk about Sonic again. I don't think I'm a fan of this game because it felt like everything I tried to get through was foiled. That basically they had one way and one way only for me to get through some of those parts. And it just didn't feel fair. I do like how they handle the ring mechanic, giving you a free hit that way. But it doesn't matter with spikes. Well, I guess it does help a little bit with spikes, but it doesn't help with the bottomless pits, which is a similar problem that Mario games have. And perhaps the biggest reason I had the problem, like, if I play in classic mode, maybe I'll try classic mode on my own time. But if I play in classic mode, I do have to deal with the life system, which is nearly unbearable now. But well, I don't know if the classic mode removes it. But basically, the additional moves they gave Sonic for Sonic 1 that weren't there before, both the spin dash and the drop dash. Sonic 1 was not designed for those. Basically, it feels like they bragged about Sonic being the fastest thing alive, and then didn't allow him to go fast this whole game. That's more or less my problem with it. Anytime I tried to go fast, I tried to play it well, I got brutally punished. So maybe I'll try it again soon. See how things go on a second playthrough now that I'm a little slightly more familiar with how the game is designed and how it works. But the bottom line is right now, not happy. Not happy with how that went down. Yeah, I have rambled so much. If you stuck around this long, thank you. I might even just put this up in 2 parts, honestly, because it's just so long. But either way, if I separated this into 2 parts, you like what you see, thank you. Thanks for sticking with it. If you are a Sonic fan and you're upset about my reaction to this game, I truly am sorry. I meant it when I said at the beginning of the series that I want to be a Sonic fan, and I'm just not there yet. That's why I'm going through this series. I'm trying to understand it. I want to learn why Sonic has the legacy he has, because I can't believe that it's not deserved. So I don't see that yet. But next up is Sonic CD, which I've heard is very cool. I played a little bit of all of these. I had a Sonic obsessed friend when I was growing up, so I played a little bit of all of these. I think Sonic CD might be the one I played the most. That might not be true though, because Sonic 3 had the save file. So, but I definitely remember Sonic CD. I actually like the song Sonic Boom. I think people tend to make fun of it, but I like it a lot. So, yeah, I'm excited to get into it. I'm looking forward to the rest of the series and seeing Sonic the way people remember him, which is not what Sonic's first game was. Okay. You know I'm bad at closing these out. Thank you so much. If you like what you see, if you like listening to me ramble or yell or whatever for whatever reason that might be, it's a terrible thing to say, but you know what to do. You know what to do. Next Monday is Star Wars. I'm hoping that Jeremiah will have some time and he'll be able to join me, so it's not just me yelling at a game. I'm really very tired of it. I really am. I don't know. We'll see. Regardless, Star Wars will be up next again. We're still exploring the moon of Kobo. Sonic CD next week, Friday. We are going to keep plugging away. That's all I got. Yeah. Oh, so awkward. I'm going to bed now. Good night, everybody.